Okay, we are live. We are live. We are live. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are listening to us, wherever you are watching us. We want to welcome you to another episode of the StoryTime with Darasimi show, and we are very excited to be back online again this week, and it's going to be an exciting one. I also have on the show with me today um, our reviewer, our guest, our storyteller, Darasimi. Darasimi, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, everybody. As you keep joining us, kindly share, like, drop a comment, and engage with this post. Share it with other people so that they can be a part of it. We have been discussing the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. We've been reviewing it, and this is the 18th episode. That is the 18th law of leadership. So I'm going to be handing over to Darasimi to take the show forward. Darasimi, over to you.
How to work together better and better. You would expect that at the last.
Are we together? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Go
please go
from
ahead.
Okay.
What? Where is that coming from?
I don't know. Okay. Well, everybody, sorry for the inconvenience. We thank everybody for joining again today. Today we'll be talking about the law of sacrifices. And before we just get into it, sacrifice means that you give us some things for others. Like Jesus sacrificed, like God sacrificed His only Son for us, for our son. That is what you call a sacrifice. But let's not put it in the leadership, perspective. The law of sacrifice. The law of sacrifice, and this means that as a leader, you will have to give up some things to be able to go high up in caliber. And that's what brings me to my first point that says the leader must give up to go up. So you have to give up something to be able to go up. Not everything is free of charge. And when Johnson Maxwell said that opens with this powerful action. True leadership often requires giving up something of value in order to propel forward. So to be able to be better, maybe let's say you have your exam now, you have to give us part of your time. That's a sacrifice. You are giving up your time so you know you'll be able to get good mark and get a good job in the future. Everyday life, you sacrifice something on one or the other. You sacrifice your time for your to be able to be better at what you are doing for your school work, for your career, for whatever you want to do. So it doesn't just apply to leaders as well, it applies to everybody. And that's why I say that Maxwell opened this with a powerful that true leadership often requires giving up something of value not to propel forward. And as a leader as well, sometimes you have to give up something so that your teammates will be able to just be happy. You want them to be happy. You don't want them to be like that. So you want to understand. So sometimes you have to give up the way of you think to not share it to others. So that's the way of sacrificing as well. And so that's how you should sacrifice as a leader. Because as a leader, some you may have to, before a long time ago when I was talking about that, if you want to be in a team, there's going to be diversity of the people. They're not going to be like I use a football that if there's only a goalkeeper in a football, that's not really called football anymore because there's only going to be like how many people, 11 people at the goalkeeping, but it's supposed to be defender and all of that. I don't really know a lot about those things. So that what it means when you say you have to give up something. So now not everything will be this because when you have a team of diverse talent, you have to be able to understand each and every one of them in different ways because all of them think different skills. Now, there is no success without sacrifice. So that's why sacrifice comes. When you sacrifice something, you're supposed to it's in order to propel, it's in order to go forward. So that's why I said there is no success without sacrifices. Achievements like graduations, careers and breakthrough, and personal fulfillment all come with significant personal cost. And that means maybe if you wanted to graduate, at least you will give us some of your time to read for exam, because if you don't pass your exam, they are not graduating anyway. If in at work for promotion, that means you will do extra than other people do so you can get promoted to what you want. So everything you do comes with a significant personal cost, because success without sacrifice, I don't think that's really a thing. So you have to sacrifice something to be able to be successful. And that's why I said in the first one that true leadership often giving up something to value, because you are giving something up to get more in value of what you already have. You are putting more to the thing you already have. That's what it means by the law of sacrifice. Now, the third one says leaders give up more than others. So, as a leader, you're going to give a lot more than your teammates. You're going to give a lot more than the people around you. Especially if you want to get a promotion at anywhere, really. Maybe or you want to be a counselor at school, or a class representative at school, or the class monitor, or class monitor, or a prefect. You are going to give us, you are going, that means they chose you because you are part of the best. And that best you are giving, it's not just because you have talent, or it's not because you have anything. It's because you have given up your time. You have given up something to be able to be the best. That's why I said success without sacrifice is really, it's not a thing. Because you have to, even if you don't know it or not, you sacrifice something to be where you are now. So that is why we should be very careful, because, let's say us as, let's say, children as well now, we don't really know what our parents give up, to take us to some place that we are now. So that's why we need to be very grateful as well. Now that's why I said leaders give up more than others. As you rise in leadership, the demands on your time, resources, and comfort increases. You are expected to sacrifice more than you lead. Why? Because you're going to get more. You're going to be the one, you're going to get the more promotion, the more reward. So it's your choice if you want to now do extra than what they are. And you're going to do more work. You're going to do more sacrificing than the work you do. Because the work you're doing, you're giving up your time. You're giving up, time with maybe your family or your friends to work hard to get the promotion. Or your graduation, and you gave up your time to read. Instead of going out and just relaxing your brain, you said you wanted to read. You're sacrificing something. So, as if you want to be a leader, as a leader, you should have that mindset that as you rise, the demands on your terms are going to increase. So that way, you're expected to sacrifice than others. Why? Because you want to lead, you're the leader. You're not just supposed to act like everyone. When everybody's messing around and that, you're supposed to be in your room, studying, meditating, praying, and asking God for help, and you to doing the hard work you can to prove that you are worthy to be leader. You don't just, it's not only you that will prove you're a leader. You have to prove to other people that you are worthy of leading them. Because the leader they are going to see somebody they can trust with their heart. That even if something happens, they know that they can call on him, and the person will answer. That is what you call a leader. That is what you call a good, true leader. It could be fake leader, but a true and a victorious leader. That's the mindset you have. That's the way you're supposed to work. Sacrifices must be ongoing. There's no one-time sacrifice. You must keep giving up to stay up. Continuous improvement and change require continual sacrifice, which means that it's not, and let us get that as well. It's not a one-time thing that you just sacrifice once and that means you are done with that. No, it's not like that. You keep sacrificing and sacrificing to stay where you are. Oh, you don't just do things just like, okay. After, do you know how much, when people say how much I sacrifice, that means you have sacrificed multiple and maybe even often like this way, because they keep doing everything to just stay at the top of where you are. You don't want to go low, but you want to go higher. So sacrifice is something that's ongoing. You keep going and going and going and going. It's not something that you just do once and that. So that's why I said there's no one-time sacrifice. You must keep giving up some things to stay up. You must keep sacrificing things to stay up. Continuous improvement and change requires continual sacrifices. And greater responsibilities means greater sacrifice. So the more you are higher in caliber, that means you're going to sacrifice more things, which means that higher leadership roles demand deeper sacrifices. Your free time and your leisure or even financial gains will be cut off. Not really cut off, but like those are the things you're going to sacrifice your free time. That means you're supposed to enjoy yourself. You have to use it to work because you want to be the best. That's the sacrifice you have to give. So you have to first be in that mental capacity that this is you should know that, or you should put it in the back of your mind that this is if you as I want to get to this, these are the things I have to give up, these are the things I have to do. So you have to first be in that mental, something before you can now say, okay, I can do it. Because I told you, first comes from the mind before you now action, before action. Sacrifice builds credibility and trust. When you sacrifice things, because I already said that leadership are people are expected to trust. They're supposed to trust you. So, and the sacrifice you give will show that it will show them how, what way should we put it? Show them how committed you are. Yeah, it will show them how committed you are, and to show them that you know you are giving the best of your abilities to show them. So a leader's willingness to sacrifice reinforce their commitment and inspire others to give their best. So what the best you're giving, it's not only helping you, but it's helping them, like it's also encouraging others that if somebody, maybe you're somebody alone, can somebody like him can do that, what why am I not to be able to do that? That's how people also get motivated. You don't have to always give motivational speech. You don't really have to do those things. Just the thing you want to do for your personal gain, and other people are learning from it. And that is wonderful, isn't it? Now, sacri okay. So, and always inspire others to give their best as well. Then it says sacrifice foster leading by example. If you want your team to sacrifice, you must demonstrate it in your actions. First is about embodying the message you want to send. That means you have to act like the message you send. You understand me now? So you don't just the thing, the not the thing, the message you are giving, you're supposed to embody it, which means that you are supposed to it's just in that mindset, and you too are supposed to act like this for people to know that okay, what is preaching is not something that when you get home go and do something totally different. Let's say like influencers now. Influencers, some of them may go on diet and maybe they want to show you their diet journey so that they'll be able to encourage people. But it would be unfair if them themselves, after they finish the shooting a video, they just start eating whatever they want. They don't really want to something now. Say somebody can't, they are not really embodying the message they are giving. So as an influencer too, you're kind of a leader because people like you're influencing people, so that means they have their trust in you. So as influencers as well, not even leadership at this point. Let's just talk about that thing. Influencers as well. That's why you're supposed to embody just maybe just this one post. I just post one day on TikTok or anywhere. That message, it means something to you. That's why you post. You don't just post because you feel like I just feel like typing something, just type something. It may help somebody, but if you are not embodied, you just be like, oh, this is just a waste of time. It's not even something you do. So how am I supposed to trust it? So that's why they say it's something that you're supposed to. It's something leaders are supposed to be trusted, and that's why they have credibility, and they're somebody that you can trust. And when you ask them for it, they'll be able to give you the right advice. And sacrifices who should align with long-term vision. So the sacrifices you give up now are supposed to help you in the future, not just what you're doing right now. So the sacrifices you give up now are supposed you should see the long term and be okay, this sacrifice I give up now, I know it's going to help me in the future. Because effective leaders prioritize the greater good over immediate and personal comfort. So they are going to look over to the greater good. What I'm doing step by step now is going to increase and it's going to be for the better. It's going to be better for the company, for the organization, for my audience. So making strategic sacrifices that benefit the organization or same as well is something like not something for your personal comfort or anything. It's something you want the best for your organization, for your company. That's why you look at the greater good. It may start maybe from the beginning to look like something that's going to take ages, but that ages it's better because it's for the greater good. Everybody will know the step up and all of that. So whenever sometimes why let's put it this way. God work in a unique way. When God tells us to do something, sometimes it doesn't make sense. But if you have that mindset that you know that God has never failed you because since when you were born, He has never failed you. So you should have that mindset that even as a leader, because God is our leader, is our father, is our friend, is everything to us. We should be able to trust Him. Because when He tells us to do something, in our human head, it doesn't make sense. But if you have that mindset that you know that God had never failed you, that's the trust you have in God. That kind of trust, that kind of faith you have in God can lead you to greater things. But when you just, you know, put your trust in Him, because He had never failed you, because this song, why would He fail us and He won't fail? So He will never fail. Since He has put that trust in you, you know that He will never fail you. So you should, as audience, you should be able to know, okay, I can trust this person. I can trust this person I'm not supposed to trust. And sacrifices must be balanced with self-care. It must be balanced with self-care. Why? Why sacrifice is essential? Leaders must guard against burnout, balancing dedication to others with attention to their own well-being. There's another thing, the sacrifice is not something that's going to make you end up dying. Because when you sacrifice something and you end up dying your own, that doesn't really give anything. But something you know that it's a balance it's a balanced scale. So the greater good you're looking at is going to help, and your well-being is not being affected, your health is not being affected because you want to see what you have been working on. So you should be able to balance it up and be like, okay, if this sacrifice is maybe way too big, that's why you should ask God for consulting it. Consult. You should ask God for advice, and God will give you. God will put the Holy Spirit in you, and will give you the wisdom you need to be able to make the right choices. And I've also said that a shift in mindset will make you have that capacity to be able to do something. So that way I said a shift in mindset, rights decrease, responsibility increase. Maxwell notes that as you grow as a leader, your personal sense of entitlement diminishes while the responsibility to others grow. So entitlement is not really in your vocabulary anymore because now your responsibility is for others to grow now. People have looked at you, now it's your own time to look after other people. I think that's how you work in parents and child. Your parents, they look after you when you're a child, and when they grow older, you are the one to look after them. That's just how it works as a leader as well. So really, what was the most important to me is that you first have to change the way you think to be a leader. Your mindset matters, the way you think. And don't go and overdo things that your well-being will be affected as well. Where your mental health, you just everybody around you. And as a leader, you're supposed to be welcoming. You're not supposed to just be that kind of acid that nobody can even come to. That if anybody comes to you, start shouting. No, you're supposed to be that leader that everybody can come and just ask for advice. Because as you grow into that, your responsibility on others will grow and people will even trust you more. That way, they will be more comfortable and they want to ask you more things. They will ask you for more advice because they know that you have had that experience as well. So a shift in mindset and always, have that balanced that is good for your mental health and also good for the greater good. And always look at the greater good for whatever you want to do. Don't look at it for your just how many 5 years comfort, but sometimes it's going to help you your company grow higher and going to be the best among your equals. I want to thank you everybody, and I hope that if you didn't really pick anything I said today, just know that it always starts from the mind. You have to first have a shift in the mindset before you can do anything else. Thank you everybody. Always have a shift in the mindset.
All right. Thank you, Darasimi. If I can summarize everything Darasimi has said today in maybe one sentence and all, I would say that for leaders, you need to give up to go up. You need to give up to go up. The higher you want to go, the more things you need to sacrifice. The higher you want to reach, the more you need to, deny yourself of certain things, the more you need to shed off a certain weight and all. Not everybody can go with you on the journey, and that is why you must know that the higher you go, you are going to need to make hard decisions of leaving some people behind. Let me add one of the things she said at the latter end of the discussion, that while you make sacrifices as a leader, why it is required of you to make sacrifices and all, you must not forget what is referred to as self-care, that is taking care of yourself. You must not forget about that. Your mental health matters. You need to stay alive to even be able to make those sacrifices and all. You are not Jesus. Jesus already laid his life down as the ultimate sacrifice. So stay alive to be able to reach your goal, to be able to perform the assignment that God has given to you. Darasimi, thank you so much for this review. And I believe that everybody has enjoyed it and learned one or two things. This is where we are going to stop today. We are going to be coming your way again for the 19th episode, the 19th law, next week, God sparing our life, God willing. All right, till then, please do well to like, share, drop a comment, and keep in touch with us. Thank you very much, and we do appreciate you. Till next week, we say have a wonderful weekend.